Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Quizzle, and today I have some mix clips, which are, kind of, if you saw my last video, it's basically where I put a bunch of clips together that are pretty much high action instead of you guys having to watch a bunch of boring scenes where nothing's really happening and stuff, because that's pretty boring. I don't like watching that. I don't think that you guys do either. So basically in all these clips, what I'm doing is running the AA-12. I was experimenting with shotguns today, and I was running around with the AA-12 and the MP9 as a secondary. Awesome secondary. I love it so much. I think that that's going to be the new machine pistol that's pretty dominant. Other than the FMG9, I mean, we all know how powerful that thing is. But when you put two of them together, that's when they're powerful. If you just have one of them, usually it's not so powerful. It's just kind of like a little pellet gun. But when you put two of them together, it's like you took, I don't know, two huge super soakers and poured lava into them so you could spray it at enemies. It's insane. It's just too much. Way too much. Anyway, the MP9, it's got manageable recoil. It's got a pretty nice amount of damage. And just, it's got nice iron sights. It comes with extended mags. And yeah, the biggest thing for me is that it has manageable recoil. Whereas the FMG9, if you just have one of them, even with something like a red dot sight or a suppressor, the recoil is still just sporadic. I mean, it's all over the place. It's just jumping around like a freaking, I don't know, Jack in the Box. It's just really, really bad. So anyway, back to the shotguns. I was experimenting with shotguns, kind of just trying to find out which one was the best. And I think that we all know that the striker is pretty dominant in this game. But I wanted to try something else, because usually using the gun that's extremely dominant isn't very fun, right? But, I mean, well, sometimes it can be. For example, like the UMP or the PP. No, those aren't really fun to use. But anyway, I kind of found that a lot of the shotguns are pretty bad in this game, as I'm sure most of you have figured out already. But the AA-12, for example, is actually really, really good with steady aim, obviously, because you can spray people down. But yeah, see what I did there? I thought that was the guy that I just killed, so I didn't rush up. But I was able to pick off that guy, and that guy was laying down, and I had no idea that the AA-12 had that much ammo where I could take out 3 people like that. But whatever. I'm not going to complain. So here I go ahead and pick up the Type 95. That's just because I was kind of low on ammo in my AA-12. And I wanted to make sure that I could get some kills so that, see, I was hanging on to my AA-12 so that when I got the Specialist bonus, I was able to pick up some scavenger packs and then use it, as you're going to see in just a few moments. See, I reload, peek back around the corner, then I take that guy out, because I thought they might just start pre-firing. So I get the Specialist bonus, I have some ammo in my shotgun, I'm ready to roll again. But it seems like, let's kind of go down the line of shotguns. The USAS 12, I just call it the USAS because that flows better. But it's a shotgun that can do some damage, but it takes way too long to shoot. If you have something like range, I think that when you put range on any shotgun, it's really, really good. But the USAS, it's like, unless you have range, you're put at a really, really big disadvantage. Moving on, the KSG, pretty good weapon with steady aim. The only thing is you have to pump it back. It's just really, really slow. It takes a really long time. Next one, I'm not sure which one the order would be next. I think it's the SPAS 12. It's a decent shotgun. I feel like the range is about as much as my pinky finger, but it's, it can do some damage. It's really inconsistent, though. I just wish that they made shotguns like they were in Modern Warfare 2. I mean, sure, people ran around with them as primaries, but there were also just as many people that used stuff like snipers, assault rifles, and submachine guns. So, I don't really see what they were trying to accomplish with toning down the shotguns, but, it is what it is. Maybe they'll give it a buff in the future. You never really know. Moving up the Striker, that's a really, really good gun. When you put range on that thing, it's virtually unstoppable. And extended mags, for those of you who don't know, extended mags basically adds the amount of pellets. It doesn't only give you more ammo, but adds the amount of pellets that are in each and every shell. So you basically do more damage. So if you put the range proficiency on an extended mag Striker, you basically have the range proficiency and damage proficiency at the exact same time. So it's pretty killer. But something like the AA-12, that's also pretty good. You can really just spray down enemies. One of the downsides is that it runs out of ammo really fast, so I would suggest running Sleight of Hand as your first perk, and then for Specialist, running Scavenger as your second. So with that said, guys, I'm out. I hope that you enjoyed this mix of clips, and I'll have some more stuff coming your way.